Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time it is, wherever you may be. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Today is Triforce Tuesday, week 31, I think. Week 31. Yes, I'm confident about that. And today we are going to finish the Minish Cap 100%. 100% all the chests, all the figurines, all the heart pieces, all the kinstones. Alright, let's get started here. Minish Cap finale. All goes well. Full disclosure, I did do some offline stuff again, just grabbing figurines so that you guys didn't have to sit through that. And I did fuse a few random kinstones that have very basic prizes, like a few rupees in a chest or a kinstone or something like that. Nothing that's integral to the story or anything like that, so you guys haven't missed anything of what I'm doing offline. Yo, what's up, Retro? Hope you're doing well. I think he's a hard-working boy today. He is. So we got all the elements. Good old Eslo here's telling me that we can go fuse our sword for the final element, and we'll have Princess Zelda back to normal in no time. Congrats on third place. Was busy golfing poorly, so I wasn't there. No worries, man. Thank you for the congrats. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. How was the golf trip? Was a blast, had a great time. Awesome. Very glad to hear that. Ha, yes. You have the Rock's Cape. And you have acquired new skill. Yes, I am ready to train you again. So would you like to train here? Okay. I will teach you a new technique, the down thrust. First, equip the Rock's Cape. Second, equip the sword. Third, jump. Then fourth, at your jump's peak, swing the sword. It's all young swordsmen, do you understand? Yes, you see it, do you not? But one must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I will now possess your body, so as to demonstrate the technique. Witness the swift blade possession technique of training. Position. Does the audio sound okay to you? Now you must try it for yourself. Equip the Rock's Cape, sword, and jump, and when you hit the jump's peak, swing your sword. Hog! Sounds fine. Seems okay. Thank you, guys. Yes, fine work. You know the way. I will now give you this tiger scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it with the scroll. Yay! You should tell Marin that once you had a dream about an island where she was in it and you flirted with each other. There was a windfish that made the island. What a great guy you were, because the right thing to do was to wake the windfish, but she said you would never be together because he's a nice guy. So she should give you a chance on a date. Yeah, but she doesn't exist, so how can I tell her that? she's a dream. The dream her was into you, so it's probably signed for this world's Marin to totally date you. There is no Marin in this world, though. That's the problem. She doesn't exist. Though my body may perish, I am still a true master swordsman of Hyrule. Swiftblade, the first spirit of the swordsman. If you train with me, I'll teach you skills that are out of this world. So would you like to train here? Oh, Malin? Yeah, Malin's a completely different character. This is a technique that only I have mastered. Only one who holds the sacred blade can perform the great spin attack. First, do a spin attack. Second, press the button repeatedly. Repeatedly, repeatedly. Do you hear me? That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Whoa, but it's not so easy. One must feel the technique, not just hear about it as well, and possess your body. Demonstrate the technique. This is a spooky possession technique of training. Watch this position. When she protests it, yeah, but like in the dream, and it'll work. Yeah, that'll work. I must try it myself. Here we go. Whee! I'm a gamer. Fine work, you know the way. You have passed the test of the Swiftblade the first with such ease. I will now give you this Tiger Scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it on the scroll. I'm gonna call you Malin anyway. You learn the secret great spin attack fighting technique. This is it, at last, the ultimate sword technique. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, that is the ultimate sword technique. Secret Bodink powers. He's so strong. I thought I just learned the ultimate sword technique. Mastery of the sword is mastery of the soul. I am kinda like almost the best swordsman in Hyrule. Great blade! Training with me will totally change your sword skill forever and stuff. So would you like to train here? Yes, alright, I'll teach you how to prolong the duration of the great spin attack, which you have already learned. But I thought that was the ultimate attack. Now you're telling me it can be better? I take visualization training very seriously, I'll have you know. Now quietly close your eyes, visualize your sword continuing to move longer than ever possible. Ooh, spinning, 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 spinning. Now your great spin attack will last longer than before, my student. This is the truth of the sword. When you doubt another, you bring clouds into the mind skies. Commit yourself to the blade and stuff. This is it, your great spin attack rotation time has increased. Spin around and smash enemies to bits. Look at me go. Easy game. I don't think I need anything here. Okay. Move on. Got a piece of heart. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. What is it? What do you want from me? You're after my bean, aren't you? Well, I'll never tell you where it is. It's mine. Mine, do you hear me? Mine! But I suppose if I can fuse a kinstone with you, I might tell you. Fuse a kinstone with me, I might tell you even. How was I? Did I sound like an elder? I've been practicing my elderese. How about you shut up and let's just fuse kinstones? How's that sound? Good morning, Panty. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hey, a perfect fuse. Maybe we'll get lucky now. Excuse me? You hitting on me? Woke up this morning and spent 400 bucks. May I ask what the purchase was? Couldn't stop thinking about it. Oh. Oh, monitor jaw? Nice. I'm going to sneeze. Achoo! Excuse me. For work and your own personal use? Very cool. Hog! Man. Oh boy, this is a big one. Also a bunch of toys for me and my half-kid's birthday. When are your birthdays? Not what we want. My kid's half birthday. I read half kid's birthday. Half of a kid, you know. Half a child. Birthday's on Christmas. Oh, I see. Decided to celebrate his half birthday. That's nice. It's very nice. Almost there, Goro. But it's still just not breaking. I had a feeling there were some Gorons in need of a little extra muscle. Well, I'm here to help. Hey, perfect timing. Alright, everyone. Together now. Goro! Boom, bang, boom. GG. Cool, man. Violence saves the day again. '80s movies had it right. Look at all these kinstone pieces I'm not going to need. Mostly to relieve my friends and family. I was stressing to have to buy them 2 presents on Christmas. Fair enough. That's very cool, though. Because he either will or won't get 2 presents. And I'd feel bad for my kid. Right. I got you. Ah! Another piece of heart. We got another heart container. Let's go. Nothing else? Ah, there it is. It's always in the last place you look. Yay, another piece of heart. We're doing great. I don't think I can fly from here. No. No, I'm on one hand, man. I was drinking. No, my shield wasn't stolen. No! No, what are you doing? Can I fly from here? Ah, there we go. More rupees. Hello. Nice having all my friends here, but sometimes I can't tell them apart. That's maybe racist. I'm not sure. With 6 Gorons here, all here at once, it starts to smell a little ripe. A Goron statue outside the cave is a little scary. The rocks are delicious. I just want to stay here forever. Together, there's no rock we can't dig through. Thank goodness we're finally through. That was a long way to dig. Alright, well. Sha-da-da-da. We got the last empty bottle. Alright, are you guys ready? We're about to do something incredible. Hope you're prepared. It is the Mario 3 whistle, but it was in Zelda before it was in Mario 3. It's the whistle from the original Zelda. And then that same tune was used in Super Mario Bros. 3. Yeah. Ready doesn't begin to describe it. Alright, we're gonna do something real cool here. You didn't know there was a whistle in the original Zelda? Yeah. Yeah, man. Here we go. Ooh! Nobella. Store brand craft. Thank you so much for the 3 months going towards our 100% Breath of the Wild playthrough. If anybody is interested in that, that's what that's doing. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. You had a good weekend, Crafty. It's how to warp around to dungeons, yes. It also became the base melody of the Ocarina of Time theme title. That's title theme, yes, that's also correct. What's up, Corey? You're doing well. Good to see you, dude. Alright, here we go, guys. You ready for this? Had a good weekend with the step kiddos. Now just shifting into my week. Oh, it's good. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Good luck with your work week. Ooh! Oh my gosh. Congratulations! You've now collected all of the figurines that I've made. I'll keep a good eye on all of your figures in the case. Please come see them anytime. Look at this. Bam. Thursday through Sunday, we'll be in New York City. Oh, nice. Enjoy. Bam. 130 figurines. All collected. Thanks for coming. You seem to have won all the figurines I've made so far. No, I would not like to trade anymore. Should be big funds. I hope so. So what do you get for having all 130 figurines? For some reason you talk to this guy. Whoa! You did it! I can't believe you did it! This is a totally complete set. How incredibly awesome. And you even got the legendary Karlov medal. It shines with a beautiful light. It's every collector's dream. What you show me here, it's just amazing. Here, feel free to go in my house and take whatever you want in things. Because, you know, I'm rich. Oh wait, do I have? Where's my Karlov medal? I guess it's in there. So we get to go in his house. Which I guess we enter from over here. Bam. And we take his stuff. Rupees that I don't need. Rupees that I don't need. Rupees that I don't need. And a heart piece. That's the whole reason you have to collect. If you want 100% this stupid game, you gotta collect 130 figurines so you get a heart piece. Thank you. Thank you, Craft. I appreciate it. It was hard work, and it's going very underappreciated right now, and I'm angry. You guys are mean, except for you, Craft. Hard work, man. One woman hype squad. Thanks for the GGs. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. I'm free. Fairy fountain, yes. Perfect. Hey, what's up, Health? I'm hanging in there, man. How are you? I just collected all the figurines in this game. And only one person congratulated me. You guys 100% every Zelda on the stream. I dare you. You do it. Oh, it's easy. All you have to do is collect figurines. I'm good. What do you mean? Here we go. I mean, you amazing. I'm not amazing anyone. Oh, I see what you're saying. Took me forever to get through Link's Awakening with a ridiculous amount of deaths and help. I'll collect all the figurines if you actually finish the Nintendo Gallery in Wind Waker. I'm going to. I will do it. I'll show you guys eventually. I'm still so sour that I missed that. The power of the wind element has infused your blade. With the power of the 4 elements, your blade has become the 4 sword. Focus power in your blade and release to fire a beam. Use it to break Vati's curse and restore the people of Hyrule. Almost 100 deaths. It seems that forging the sacred blade somehow opened the doorway. It must lead to the room that holds the secret of the light force. Budink, we must go inside. Must we? How interesting. Look at the images on that stained glass. I bet those pictures show us where the light force is hidden. You think? Long, long time ago, when the world was on the verge of being swallowed by shadow, the tiny Picori appeared from the sky, bringing the hero of men a sword and a something. With wisdom and courage, the hero drove out the darkness. Something of light. I didn't catch it. When peace had been restored, the people enshrined that blade with care. And the force of the golden light, embodied in Hyrule's princess, shone forth upon the lands. I don't want to do this voice again. I don't have the energy. So that's what it means. Eslo, you really are too kind. First, you give me my magic cap, and then you got me here. You've been far too generous, but now I no longer have any use for you. Oh my god, it was him! I had no idea. I'm crying laughing. At last, I finally know the location of the light force. Bodink, wake up! Can't you wake up, Bodink? Vati disguised himself as the king to search for the light force. You don't say. When he learned of this place, he waited for us to reforge the blade. If that stained glass is accurate... Excuse me, Princess Zelda holds the light force. Vati will do whatever it takes to steal the power from her. If he succeeds, we may never be able to return the princess to normal. We've wasted too much time, Bodink. We must stop Vati. Cute voice? I don't know about cute. Oh no. What do we do? So is your normal one? Aw, very nice of you. Thank you, crowd. What? What is this? What's happened here? They've turned to stone. All of them. The minister and the guards. Everyone in the castle. All just like Princess Zelda. This can only be the work of that evil Vati. What cruelty, Bodink. We must use the power of the sacred force sword to undo this evil. Other way. Hey, what's up, Gecko? Thought I was really drunk seeing Quad. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, thank you. You're the one who returned me to normal, aren't you? I don't know how you did it, but I can't thank you enough. Listen, have you seen how strange the king has been lately? That's because it's not like the king at all. It's not the king at all, even. It's Vati. He's taken over the castle. One by one, he turned us all to stone. Everyone cursed by his evil magic. Then, the monsters arrived. Even paralyzed, I saw it all. I only pray that it's not too late to undo his evil. Tuesday. True. Well, I hope you're doing okay. Bodink, we need your help. Vati took the petrified princess to the roof of the castle. He must be planning something fiendish. You must stop him. Thank you for moving out of my freaking way. Anybody want to fuse kinstones while I'm here? Is now a bad time? Thunderstorms here today. Stupid water has me so stressed. I like thunderstorms. I wish it would thunderstorm here, right now. In fact, I wish for a lot of things that I can't have. Can take our storm? I would love to. Whoa. Is this really Hyrule Castle? I can't believe it. What's happened here? Vati's magic has grown more powerful than I'd imagined. But the king and Zelda are in danger, Bodink. Let's go. Basically second dawn after it ended. Living at my mom's house, storms stress me out. Always wondering what will break next. And what I need to buy to fix it. We've been lucky with storms. We haven't had a lot of issues. Very, very seldom we've had like the sump pump break, and that sucks. But luckily, knock on wood, we've been pretty good. I'm jinxed. Help. Police. Look familiar to you guys at all? Oh, Bodink! Are you the one who broke the curse and returned me to normal? You've grown quite brave since I last saw you, I must say. I don't know what he said. But oh, how this castle has suffered while I was under Vati's curse. Is this all the work of one man? As King of Hyrule, I must do something about this villain. But I'm old, and I would only hold you back. Bodink, you have the sacred blade now. We must rely on you. Please, you must find a way to rescue my Zelda. Take this key, you can use it to get out of the castle from the basement. Yay. A small key, use it to unlock doors. This is where they keep princesses who don't eat their veggies. You guys don't recognize this place? Should look familiar to most Zelda fans. Yes, that's right. Link to the past. This is Corey's favorite part of the game. They put Zelda down there when she didn't finish dinner. Pretty sure that was a major plot point. Be lurking, thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. Got the map. We will come back. But for now, a couple things we need to do here. Hey, what's up, Murig? See you, man. Hope you're doing well. Oh, cool, a shell. Doing good. New PB in Batman last night. Yo, GG's, man. Congrats. What is the new time? Right there. I'm hanging in there, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. 1357, nice. Very cool. I don't know that I would ever run Batman, but it looks fun. Just don't know if it's like my kind of game. It does have a lot of hype around it, which is cool. Batman is very hard. That's what I've heard. I've definitely heard that testament. Kinstone. 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 Art piece. Yo, what's up, Tech? Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well today. Hanging in there. How about yourself? Another Kinstone. Good, just relaxing. Nice. Glad to hear it. Get in the door. You want to fuse kidden stones? Yes, I do. Thank you for asking. Want to fuse again? Just the two. Leave me alone. Completed another new heart container. Right, tech. We're so close. Look at our hearts. And also, we got shells. I found you. Hey, how'd you find me, kid? You're a real humdinger. Okay. So, since you found me, I'm going to give you my #1 treasure. And keep up the good work. We got a full heart container. A full heart container. Look at that. Completed. Completed. Yeah, winter peg. Well, with that information, well, I guess maybe I can. We can just leap here. No. There we go. I have a bad feeling that I'm missing one constellation. I don't know. We'll see. Just a wee bit more. Oh my god, I was right! You have one to go. I don't know who to fuse with. Just a wee tiny bit, and you'll have fused every last kinstone there is. Oh no. Somebody tell me who it is. Who do I need to fuse with? What have I missed? Oh wait, I just got an idea. I don't know if this is the solution, but I did just have an idea. Something that I haven't completed yet. I have a feeling this is not the solution, though. Oh dear, you found me out. Don't tell anyone. I got 50 rupees. Is that the entire interaction here? I can't fuse with you. You don't allow me. Oh my, Boding, thanks to you, I can finally go back in my house. It's been totally rearranged, but I think it looks good. But my feelings of gratitude diverse. The way made safe, I came back home to find me inside all alone. In my chest, a poor heart aches. For you, I feel the deepest thanks. Just a moment, my dresser is entirely stuffed full of these icky blue seashells. You clean them out for me? They're so smelly, please. I get 100 shells. Can we fuse kinstones? Because that would, like, really help me out, bud. Oh boy, who do I need to fuse with? This is no good. Okay, well. This is no good. Yo, what's up, for real? You're doing well, good to see you. Oh, no sound. Guys. Guys, I need help. Who do I need to fuse with? The captions are terrible. Too dangerous here? Why is it too dangerous? The monsters. Oh man, everybody left. Nummies, thank you so much for the lurk. the water break, the beak stretch. There they are. Waiting on my truck's tracking system install. Walks to breakfast joint. Nice. Guys, I need help. Somebody help. Also, Minish Cap never ends. I'm missing one stone. Thank you, Nummies. Good luck with your training. Hope it goes well. Guys, I don't know what to do. Everybody left. I don't know who to fuse kinstones with. You. Thank you, Nummies. It was going well, and now I found myself a bit stuck. I don't know if it's supposed to be a random fusion that I'm missing, or a significant fusion that I'm missing. Either way, it's not good. I'm missing a single fusion health. Need help. You, fuse with me. I don't think I can fuse with any of the goddesses. Should've used a checklist, newbie. Yeah, but like, the problem with that is that many of the kinstone fusions are random. There's like, I don't know, 20 or so random kinstone fusions that can vary. So even if I did do that, if I'm missing a random one, it's no good. I don't know, dude. You, fuse with me. I dare you. Oh. Hang on, hang on. We might actually be okay. I just looked it up real quick. I looked at a list. Because there are certain stages of kinstone fusions, and I think I have to wait. I think I have to wait. I think we're okay. I know where it is. We're good. We're good. I think I'm good. I think we're right on track. What a gamer. Okay. This is actually good news. Yeah, it's always the last one that's tough to find. I think we're good, however. I think I'm very lucky here. I guess if I had more than one, that would be a problem. Let me check something real quick. I guess I don't need to fly anywhere. Let's go out here. So there are like stages in which you are able to fuse kinstones with other citizens, as I guess you can call them. And I think we have to do something. Oh yeah, this is definitely endgame. I have to complete it today because I'll be going on Oh, there it is! I'll be going on vacation. You want to fuse kinstones? Okay, that sounds good. Let's go! I can fuse, but I don't believe I can... Maybe I can. I don't think I can. Oh, what a nap. Can we go visit him? Yo, Daphne, thank you so much for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good day. Somebody tell for real that I did do all the figures. Alright. Hog. Oops. He did all of them in tweet. That's, so you wouldn't be able to have full hearts if you didn't complete all the figures. Although, I won't spoil anything. There's a caveat to that statement. Here we go. You fuse each and every last kinstone. Way to go, Mr. Fairy. We did it! Drake! Drake's in the chat. We did it. Thanks to you guys, we met the incentive to fuse every single kinstone in this Forsaken game. And we did it. You can claim this Tingle Trophy as your own with pride now. You got the Tingle Trophy. That's it. That's the whole prize. We get a Tingle Trophy. There it is. Tingle Trophy. Neat, huh? Really cool prize, right? Hey. Hello, Mr. Friend. How are you today? Welcome, Goro. What a tiny Goron you are. You make this big Goron happy with this unexpected visit to my distant home. And yes, if you should ever accomplish some major feat, well, then you should come back and visit me again. Don't forget. Okay, so I was right. I can't get this quite yet, which is stupid and strange. But that's okay. It's okay. The whole game is stupid and strange. All right. Nailed it. Perhaps your sword could reflect the blast coming from those statues. Yeah, perhaps. the reset button. Shigga-dooga-dooga-dooga. Nice. What? First try. Why did you shift? Ah. Get off of me, man. Other way, please. Gotta get into the office today, so it'll be a big lurk for me unless the power goes off. Thank you for the lurk, Gecko. Good luck with work. Hope it goes well. I appreciate it. So stupid to not sleep over something so small. Oh, I literally didn't sleep because I'm so stressed about going to the office. No, I understand, man. It's not stupid. It's just how our brains work. Stress is a very real thing, man. I'm sorry to hear that. You'll be alright, though. You'll get through the day. You got this, man. I jumped from here? No. Hope your buddy Scotty is in. Makes work bearable. Yeah, that's important too. Good workmates are very nice to have. Can you? Alright, cool. Where are you going? I'm holding down right. Like, where are you actually going? You went in the two opposite directions. I don't need rupees. I don't know why I keep going for rupees. Oh, forgot you can't roll. that didn't work. God. Things are so fast. Seems a bit unfair. Oh my god. Come on, Link. I feel like this can probably be done. There we go. First try. Oh, you son of a gun. Yo, what's up, X? Rule 1 of video games don't have to be fair. This is true. Right, is that's all that's there? Right, I'm going to take a very short bathroom break. Just need to pee real quick, and I will be right back. Enjoy your breakfast, X. Looks good. Zelda canon is Vati Finish. I don't know, man. Sounds like a Finnish name. Okay, what do we got here? The Minish Cap. No! What do you mean? I went up. Oh, does that still work? I don't think it does. What is going on? Link. First try. What up, Grim? What up, Phil? Hope you guys are doing well today. Good to see you. I love those puzzles. Those are some of my favorite Zelda puzzles. Not my infinite supply of rupees. I don't know how I'll recover financially. Yo, what's up, Hocus? We're doing well, good to see you. Vati means nothing to me, but it fits in my mouth. It's the past tense of demand. It's not a subject of any sort. The more you know. Today I learned. Another key. How's Zelda treating us? It's going. We're very close to the end game here. Couple things to do afterwards to make sure we completely 100% the game, but we are getting there. Very close. How are you doing today? Doing alright. Foot is still sore, but I want to believe it is recovering. I hope so. Oh wow, awesome, thank you. Fall down. You missed me. There we go. Okay. Open that. Three hearts. What do you mean? I got the big key. overslept today and was late for workshop about a half an hour. Really need to get a grip on mornings. Truly just not a morning person. Some people are, some people aren't. I have no choice but to be a morning person. Knocking on our door at 6:30 in the morning. We wouldn't get an answer until 11:30. All right. Here we go. Big key. You are persistent, aren't you? So you've come to stop my little ceremony. Well, you're too late. A mere 3 more chimes of the bell will bring the ceremony to its end. And with the 3rd toll of the bell, I will become like a god. And your precious Princess Zelda will be nothing more than cold, dead stone. There's no time. Quickly, Pudding, to the roof. What do you mean? Oh, good. I've replenished all my rupees. Chime. Did you hear that, Pudding? Hurry, there are only 2 chimes left. Gimme. Another bell has tolled. Just 1 more chime, and all our work will have been for naught. Yeah, well, I'm not too worried about it. There's no way you're not defeated yet. Come on, die. Hit you like 30 times, man. Yo, what up, Sabonis? Played this game so many times, never thought of jumping over the darkness. Hope you're doing well, good to see you. Just a few more moments and the ceremony will have been complete. You really are obsessed with stopping me, aren't you? Very well. I have not yet drained all of the life force housed in Princess Zelda. But what I have should suffice. I shall be transformed, unstoppable. But let me first attend to the pesky worms who would trifle with me. Is that me? Oh, man. I'm learning. I will have no more of you interfering with my plans. Let me show you true power. Hey, get over here. I have a gun. Oh, there's still... Can you stop? These flames are so annoying. Why am I only allowed to get one hit in all of a sudden? Oh, for... Easy. Well, you seem to have some fight in you. I commend your bravery, but you will not survive this. I am filled with a power that you cannot begin to understand. Do you think that your puny sword will save you from me? Kinda. Ah. I'm getting very lucky here. What? What happened there? What? What is this madness? I have the power of a god. I have unstoppable might. How could I lose to a child? I don't know, man. Because you're stupid? You did it! Impressive! Now quickly, we must break the curse on Zelda. Got him. Just leave. It forces you back in. So, Badink, now that you have the power of the Force Sword, you must return Princess Zelda to normal. There. I did it. I'm the best. Badink, thank you so much for saving me, or whatever. When I was turned to stone, I saw visions of you as if in a dream. Looks like the curse has been broken. I'm glad we made it in time. Me too, buddy. Me too. No, the castle's collapsing. It's too dangerous here. Quickly, we must escape from the castle. The door is blocked. We have no choice. Head back to the sanctuary. On Zelda. You will not escape, boy. Now you will see the true power of the Light Force, for I have become Vati, the master of this world. Oh no. I'm scared. Nice shot there. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. You stink. Let me through. Freak. Stop, relax. Oh, that's right. Easy game. Fool, I but the light force, my power. I had such power. Thanks for the GG. Thank you, Tech, for the GG. But dang, thank goodness you're safe. You defeated. I'm just getting emotional. No, I got something caught in my throat there. Thanks, Big Murdo, for the GG. You defeated Vati. You were so brave, or whatever. But we've lost so much. The castle, all those people. Ooh. What's this? Curse. Defeating Vati has seemed to have broken the curse he has cast upon me. Allow me to introduce myself to you, Princess Zelda. My name is Zeslo, master of Minish lore and sorcery. The Mage's Cap was my creation, but its limitless power has caused nothing but trouble for your kind. Is there any way you can forgive me? I know many have fallen, and much of the castle has been destroyed, but it is too soon to give in to despair. The curse on me is broken, and Zelda still possesses some of the light force. Perhaps together we can do something to make things right. You can give her a hat. If one with a just heart wears this cap, things can be made right again. Princess Zelda, let your wishes be made real. I wish for a pony. Look, the castle. All the people who had been turned to stone. They're all back to normal. I don't know if that's her or him. Is it him? I don't know. The hat is falling apart. It's overflowing with the power of life. The hat has the power to return the thoughts of its wearer into reality. Vati's heart was filled with evil, and that was reflected in what he became. But it seems that Zelda's pure heart, coupled with the hat's power, has created a miracle. Thanks, Corey, for the GG. Appreciate it. Looks like the time for us to part has come. The Minish door opens but once every century, and soon it must close. I must leave you both now and return to my homeland. I know I've caused you much suffering, but the evil one's power has withered. Grim, thank you for the GG. The power of Princess Zelda herself has restored the light to Hyrule. Well, Bodink, my journey with you has been exciting to say the least. In fact, I'm more than just a little sad that we must part ways now. Thank you, Retro, for the GGs. What'd you have for lunch? Hope it was good. Please accept this. Oh, a hat. Fantastic. Thanks for the hat. You're just a guy who likes to give off hats to people, aren't you? You know, I never actually seen you wearing a cap. It suits you, little hero. Take care. Made a breakfast sandwich. Nice. What was in the breakfast sandwich? Bye. Say bye, Eslo. Bye. Everybody say bye. Farewell, my friend. Big Mac. Yo, hearts in the chat for Big Mac. Hope you're doing well. The stream is live, but I am not. Hog! Egg, peppers, cheese, hash brown, and spicy mayo. Nice. We did it. We beat the Minish Cap, but we haven't 100%ed it yet. There's something to do after. Thank you, Hocus, for the GG. What do you guys think? You like the game? You like it more than I did? It's okay. That's kind of how I feel about it. It is definitely not my favorite Zelda game. I missed most of it. Love this game. Seem to be in the minority. Oh, actually, I feel like I'm in the minority. Most people kind of give me crap for not liking this game. It's just not my thing. No Link to the Past. It's one of my lesser favorite Zelda games. It's at the bottom of the list. It's not like at the bottom, but it's within, like, you know, the bottom quarter. It's okay. I thought it was going to be more of a slog doing 100% on stream, but grinding some of those things offline a little bit made me feel better about it. Thus did Boding's quest come to an end. But surely this is not the end of Zelda and Boding's adventure. The legend will continue. Where does the Link Between Worlds rank? Probably about mid-tier for me. I do like that game, as long as the power of the light forces echo throughout the ages. Link Between Worlds is a good game. But there are a lot of other Zelda games that I like ahead of the Link Between Worlds. All rights, including the copyrights of game, scenario, music, and program reserved by Nintendo. That's canon to the story. Don't save. Well, we did it. Almost. Oh, shut up. We already beat the game. Leave me alone. Hello, I'm back. Welcome, Goro. What tiny Goron you are. You make this big Goron happy with this unexpected visit to my distant home. Oh, what is that you have there? Is that by any chance a shield? Well, among us Gorons, who know well the taste of steel, they are considered a fine delicacy. Little Goron, please, Goro. Just let me nibble on the corner, would you? I will give it back to you just as soon as I have had the tiniest taste. Won't you please just let me have a bite, like a tiny crumb? Yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. But little one, if I eat it, you will no longer have a shield, do you mind? Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Really, Goro? Thank you, Goro. I'll dig right in. Thank you, Health, for the GGs. Num 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 num. Slurp slurp. Oh, delicious. It has a deep, rich taste, surpassing even the great praise I have heard. That's kind of mean. Can I have my shield back? I don't know how long this goes on for. I might have to just completely leave and then come back. That's fine. See you later. We got something else to do anyway. Should have given you big Goron sword in return. Alright, so we have collected all the figurines. However, I've been waiting for you. I've got something new to show you. It's our final series, my friend. Check it out. Do you want to try to draw one now? This won't get old at all, I promise. Zelda and Bodink. These two became fast friends because of Smith, the King of Hyrule. Congratulations, I'll be keeping the figures in the case next to me so you can view them at any time. You guys want to talk about? Minish Eslo. The Minish Eslo is before he was cursed by Vati, the famous Minish sage. Even among the Minish inventors, he was renowned for his amazing creation. How many of these guys do we have to get? All of them? I'm 100%ing the game, so I gotta get all the figurines. I'm taking probability out of the equation, though. How many is all? Oh, shoot. We got the black dark nut. All of them is 136, I believe. I guess we'll find out shortly. There's 130 initially, and that gets you the heart piece. But then when you beat the game, you can go back and get more. I think there's 6 extra figurines. Vati Reborn, the Sorcerer's Vati. The Sorcerer Vati took this form after draining the power of light force from Princess Zelda. Evil beams from his eyes are devastating. What's up, Pickle? You're doing well. Good to see you. Vati transfigured. Once Vati's body has been shattered, this dark form rises up, all that remains of the evil sorcerer. Only the sacred Force Sword can defeat him. Vati's Wrath. This is the embodiment of purest evil, final form of the power Mad Vati. Its mind is consumed with a hunger for destruction. Find its weakness. There we go. That's it. No way, congratulations! You've collected every single figure I've ever made. I'll keep a good eye on your collection. And I want you to have this. It's the Karlov medal to commemorate your copious collection. Hope you treasure it always. We got the Karlov medal. Bam! Karlov medal. We got the Tingle trophy. I want that medal. Well, you got 100%. Nice shirt. Thanks, Pickle. You can have your own exclamation merch. Here's all the figurines. There we go. Here's the... Don't have that kind of money. Yes, you do. Appears in Dark Hyrule Castle. This is the strongest Dark Nut. With a good balance of attack and defense, they will do anything to stop you. So there we go. There is every single figurine possible in the game, as well as every single pinstone fusion. And now we just have to go back and get our shield from the Goron. But I also want full hearts. You know what I mean? J or Barobe. What? Also, Coach, is that you? Great Jorb. Do you guys want a little tip? If you're ever gonna play this yourself, and you want a little tip that can help you out, bam, right there. Every single time, 20 rupees. So if you're ever rupee hunting, you need rupees to buy shells or something. 20 rupees, always there, every single time. Keep that in mind. Any recovery hearts? I want one more recovery heart. Thank you. Alright, is Goron ready for us? If he's not, I don't really know what to do. Walk around forever? I don't know. I don't know the solution. Gimme. Ah. What do I gotta do? How long do I have to wait? What do you want me to do? Is it like a real-time thing? I guess we can look it up while we're waiting. It's a 20-minute wait in real time? What do you guys want to talk about? $7 shipping? If I had the time, Pickle, I could bring one to Denmark. Hank Hill impression? You want me to do a Hank Hill impression while we wait? What do you want to... You gotta tell me what to talk about at least. How do I do this? Ah. Is my urethra narrow? Well, I don't think that's any of your business, mister. The ridiculous wait time? 20 minutes is too long to wait for food. I don't know why we just have to sit here in a video game and wait 20 minutes for an item that has no monetary value. Damn it, Bobby. That boy ain't right, I tell you what. I don't know what y'all want me to say or do. I don't understand video game culture. Hello, Future Rush. We are waiting for the video game. What do I think is better, Texas or Philadelphia? I'm not even sure why you're asking me that. If Philadelphia were better, I'd be living in Philadelphia. Of course Texas is better. I don't know what the heck we're waiting for. I'm just along for the ride here. They bring me in and I talk to you guys for a moment. Charcoal is better than propane. Not anymore, mister. A special propane video game surprise. Now you wouldn't lie to me, would you? You wouldn't just be making that up to get me excited about propane. Sometimes my completely accurate intel is incorrect. That kinda sounds like a lie to me. I have a feeling there's not any propane in this game. Swear on Joe Namath, you watch your mouth, mister. How is the propane business these days? Finally, someone with something real to talk about. Focus the pocus. People aren't buying propane as much as they used to, I'll tell you what. The economy's all backwards. We have to raise prices. People are upset. But I still love it, I tell you what. Can't be mad at propane. Sweet Lady Propane. Sell my GameCube copy of Four Swords Adventures and my Wii copy of Skyward Sword. I think I understand all those words separately. What do I think of people who are vaping propane? Now you can't be serious. That can't actually be happening, can it? Because that's lethal. Propane should only be used to power things like your grill or your house. I don't want to hear about people misusing propane. That's just wrong. Not only is it wrong, it's just stupid. Why would anybody want to do that? Can I leave now? Why am I here? I don't even remember agreeing to this. Charcoal scented propane? No, there's no market. Why would anybody want to smell charcoal? The whole point of propane is that it burns cleanly and evenly, I'll tell you what. Any tips on if I accidentally smoke one of those marijuana cigarettes? I wouldn't know anything about that. I tell you what, I think you're asking the wrong person. I wouldn't have any idea on what to do. Marijuana cigarette. Please keep it away from me. It's not good to smoke unless we're talking about smoking meats with propane. What the heck am I even watching here? Is this Peter Pan? Is that what this video game is? Smoking meats with propane sounds like one of them their YouTube channels. Thank you so much for the raid. I don't really know what that means, but welcome in. I've been cursed to be here for a moment, so I hope that y'all bear with me. Welcome in, raiders. Thank you, Jedi, for the raid. I'm supposed to ask you how your stream was and what you were doing, but I don't understand any of this stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and disappear now. Yo, Jedi, thank you so much for the raid. It was good. What were you up to, man? What's up, Gustavo? Good to see you. We had a redemption for oh, you had some Contra today? Nice. I should have figured. It went well. We had a Hank Hill redemption. We've actually... Yeah, what's up, Wookie? We won Hank. Wow, thanks, man. You know Hank is just me, right? Hope you guys are doing well today. We actually just finished what? The game. And there were like 2 things to do post game. And I'm just kind of waiting on one of them because it takes time. So I'm actually going to go up there and check, see if we are ready to go. It's going, Jedi. It is going. How about yourself? Hope you guys are all doing good today. I'm doing a thing called Triforce Tuesday, where I 100% every single Zelda game, well, main series Zelda game, 100%. On stream. Exclamation, yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Health, if you want to check out the spreadsheet. Oh, that was excellent. Thank you so much. Now I finally know the legendary taste of a shield, and I will happily fulfill my promise. So let me spit your shield back out again. Oh my gosh. A horrifying animation. You got the mirror shield. The mighty shield shines like a mirror. Use it to reflect enemy attacks. Goro? It seems your shield has changed shape a little as I was chewing on it. Oh, but it's fine. It's still a shield after all, just a slightly different shaped one. I think I have to go now. Goodbye, Goro. We did it! Alright, that's the mirror shield. That's like the last thing to do. As you can see here, we got the Tingle Trophy, which means I fused every single kinstone in the game. I got the Karlov medal, which means I got every single figurine in the game. I got all my heart pieces. I got all the scrolls. We got everything, man. We 100%ed Minish Cap on stream. For you. For you! You were here, Pog! Thank you for the GGs, Future. Appreciate it. Going good your way. May have been lurking at the time. Beat it within the last hour, 41 minutes. Need 6 more arrows? Yeah, you're right, I do. For me? Thanks for the GGs, guys. But yeah, if you want to see more information about Triforce Tuesday, I am 100%ing every single Zelda game on stream. There's incentives, which we're working towards, currently working towards an incentive of 100%ing Breath of the Wild. As well as my first ever Majora's Mask randomizer. Never done one of those before. That could be fun. It's an easy place I can get arrows. Next week's stream is going... There we go. Oh no, I need one more arrow. Look what I've done. Next week's stream is going to be weird because I'm not going to be here. I'm going on vacation. No, there's no Triforce Tuesday next week, or the week after that, and possibly even the week after that, depending on how I feel. We'll see. But Triforce Tuesday will be on hiatus for 2 weeks at least. 3 weeks at most. Probably. I can't imagine it would be more than 3 weeks. But if you guys are enjoying Zelda and you want to see a bunch of 100% playthroughs, stick around. I would love to have you here. Like I said, there's also a bunch of incentives. We have met a ton of them already. And so we'll be doing a lot of extra stuff for Triforce Tuesday once we complete the mainline series of games, which obviously will include Tears of the Kingdom as well. So, if you guys are interested in all of that, I'd love to have you here. I need a single arrow! Retro made me do this. I might just go back up to the castle. If I buy more arrows, I'll need to get more money, true. I've like exhausted all my methods of large rupees and such. Typical streamer always blaming chat. It's me, man. Retro was innocent. I don't know about that. You don't want to start Twilight now and then not play for 2 weeks? No, I don't want to start it now. That's okay. I'll take a little break from streaming. I'll be on vacation. Streaming breaks are nice. Hopefully this one doesn't last more than I intended. That's all. Beachcation, that's right. There we go. Okay. Is everybody happy now? Inventory's full. Maxed out everything. 100% everything. Now I gotta get another half a heart. Roger, thank you so much for the 99 bits.
Each got 99 arrows, but something ain't one.
Thank you very much. That's going towards our Majora's Mask rando playthrough. You guys want to contribute to any of the incentives? Everything is listed in the Triforce Tuesday spreadsheet. Feel free to take a look. We'll actually be checking that out here in a moment. And I'm finally done. We're going to warp here. We're going to save. We're going to be done with Minish Cap. We got everything. Pog! Hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it is, wherever you may be. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching Triforce Tuesday, and we got through another game today. Only a few more left, but they're all very long. So I'll be back eventually with more Triforce Tuesday, and I'll be back tomorrow with speedrunning, but I'm going on vacation, so Triforce Tuesday is taking a bit of a hiatus. I'll see you guys soon. Take care while I'm gone. I love you. Bye.